Good morning, YouTube, and I say morning because it's around 1:50, close to 2 a.m., and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do a local development Epoch server. And so what we're going to do is first I'm going to let's not exit that. Let's go ahead and open up some stuff here. I don't know why Bing keeps opening. Alright, so the very first thing you want to make sure you have is you have to have ArmA 3, obviously. The next thing you want to do is inside Library, go down to Tools, and right here where it says ArmA 3 Server, you want to install that. And that is installed onto the C drive, program x86. Scroll down to Steam, go down to Steam Apps and Common, and it will be installed right there. So let's go ahead and leave that open because we're going to need that. The next thing that you're going to want is, let's go to my required folder. We need the Epoch Client, which if you type in ArmA 3 Epoch and go to epochmod.com, on the right hand side is the installer. We want the manual install, so just click the HTTP #1 and let that install, and then go ahead and scroll down to current server build 0.3.3.1, which is the newest version. Download the zip file there. The next thing you're going to want is TADST. Yeah, type in TADST in Google, and it'll be under Tof's, I don't know how to pronounce his name, ArmA Dedicated Server Tool. Go ahead and click on that link, and you'll open up ArmAholic. Go ahead and scroll all the way to the bottom and click to download that. And let's wait for that to download. Those are pretty quick. Another thing that's good to have is Winrar. So if you type in Winrar, it'll take you to, in Google, it'll take you here, and you just download, go to rarlab.com/download. And then just download the version of yours, which the 32-bit version or the 64-bit version. And you can download that. Those are trials. Get Winrar V with trial pay. Let me see here. I have the full version, I'm pretty sure. And there's this one here. Well, Winrar is really good. Trying to figure out where it is. Trying to remember where I got it from. But anyway, you want Winrar. Free to try 40-day trial. See, that's not right, because I've been using mine for longer than that. Is it Winrar that I'm using? Or is it 7-zip? I think I'm using 7-zip. So 7zip.org. Yeah, this is the one I'm using. Okay. So you can download 7-zip. I guess I am using Winrar. That's weird. Well, 7-zip works too. Which I like the 7-zip version. Winrar is good, but I'm guessing my trial period is... Yeah, I only have 4 days left. So I don't even know why I use it. But the trial period is pretty good. So you can download 7-zip, or you can get the free trial like I have. Another thing you're going to want is you're going to need the DLL files, which... Let's see if I can find where I got these from. Which is right here. All you have to do is type in Google x3d audio 1_7.dll, and that'll pop this one here up, which you want the download zip file here. And then you want to find the XAPOFX 1_5.dll. Which will be here as well. And I'll find the exact place where I downloaded this specific file here. And I'll put that in the description as well. So we're going to download these. Let's see, download zip file. Okay, I'm going to have to find this real quick. So let's see here. Okay, so here's the link for the DLL files, which I will post that in the description. So what we're going to do is we want to download the DLL files. We want to download 7-zip. We want to download TADST. And we want to download the server build and the client build here. And those are the main ones that you want to install to get this working. So let's see here. Alright, so first thing you want to do is I have mine installed on a... I also have everything on the desktop on an unzipped folder. Why I named it that, I don't know. But in here, I'm going underneath the file browser or file explorer. I have a external hard drive that I run my server through, which is under servers, which I don't have one here, which is great because I'm starting over. I actually deleted my server, my development server, just to do this video. So the very first thing we want to do is we want to navigate to the common folder to find the ArmA 3 server. We want to right click this and copy and paste it inside the newly created server directory. So let's just wait for this to get done. It is a pretty decently big file here. So 494 items. Okay, so apparently I went over my 10-minute limit there already, which that went by pretty quick. So the ArmA 3 server has been copied over here, so we can go ahead and exit out of this because we don't need it anymore, as long as we have the server directory open. Now let's go ahead and open up the following items here inside the items that I had you download. And I'm going to right click on all of these, and I'm going to go 7-zip, and I'm going to extract to DLL files. What that'll do is it'll create a folder rather than extracting them to the actual folder that they're in. So do that with each one of them. So the Epoch Client, let's extract 7-zip, extract files to the name of the folder. Again, it's a decently large file. The Epoch mod team, we want to extract to there. And TADST, we'll do the same thing. You could also just open the archive, I guess. That works too. I didn't even think about that. I don't know why I'm extracting them. So cancel. Cancel. Okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of these. Sorry, I got ahead of myself, and I'm showing you the difficult way. So, the DLL files. Right-click, 7-zip, open archive. And then highlight these and drag them into the ArmA 3 server to show you that they are added. You have the X3D audio and the OFX. The next part that you want to do, we can exit that one. Let's go to the Epoch Client. Or no, the Epoch Client. Right click on that, or no. Let's go ahead and do the server file first. You have the client and then the mod team. The mod team one is the actual server file, so let's open that archive. You want to open up the newly folder, and then there's a server install pack folder right here. Go ahead and double click on it and highlight all the items in this, excuse me. And we want to drag and drop that in there as well. And that's all that stuff is added. We can exit this. Now we want to open up the client. So let's open the archive. And go ahead and just drag in the whole folder that says @epoch. Drag that in there. And we'll wait for that to be finished. I do apologize for how long this video is. It should not take this long to do it. While that's copying, we can go back into the folder and open up the TADST. So 7-zip, open archive. Go ahead and open up this folder and then drag in the TADST. Okay, can't do that. Okay, obviously can't copy while another one's being copied. That's fine. We can wait a little bit. Got no problem with that. Oh, cool, got back just in time. So the Epoch folder has been added over here. Right click on the @epoch folder, rename, change the capital E to a lowercase e. Maybe. And it's not responding. Lovely. Okay, so I had a small little error there. So Epoch was changed. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is, since it wouldn't let me do it a while ago, let's go ahead and open up TADST, open the TADST folder, and then drag it in here, and that's right there. Okay. Then what we need to do is inside your, not inside your database. Let me find it. Okay, another item that you're going to want to install is NotePad++. So if we come in here and go NotePad++, you want to install this too, and what it does is it just makes it easier for you to edit files. So we want to go into Epoch Hive, the Epoch Server. Let me find. And the very first thing we want to do. Okay, so if you didn't miss that, or if you didn't catch that, we are in the ArmA server. You want to go to the @Epoch Hive, and then right-click on Epoch Server, and edit with NotePad++. And what you want to do is you want to change where it says Redis or Redis redistribution, change the password to something, and I just tend to make sure that it's a capital one, so I'm just going to use my name for my password. And up where it says Epoch Server, you want to go back and you want to go into SC, so the lowercase SC, and then you want to go to BattleEye, and then here you want to click on the white space so that it pops up like this. Right click, copy, and then you can get rid of the C:/BattleEye, and then just paste that new directory path in there, and then click save. The next thing you want to do is go into, I believe is it the database? Yes. So now you want to go into DB, and then right click on redis.config, and you want to change this required pass to the same one, and then save that. The next thing you want to do, what this will do is this will get you started. But we are going to want to have admin rights. To get admin rights, you need to go into the Epoch Hive, and where it says Epoch HAH, right click on that, edit with NotePad++, and you need to find your Steam ID. So Steam ID Finder. Okay. There was a really good one in here. There we go. Simple ID converter. So enter your input. And then it'll pop up with your Steam ID. Which you want your Steam64 ID, which is right here. So what you want to do is you want to copy that. It'll be a 7656 number. And if you scroll down to where it says admin owner, inside the brackets, inside the curly brackets, you want to add an extra set of curly brackets and then add parenthesis, and you want to put in your Steam ID there. And then you want to separate with a comma, and then this is where you type in your admin name, which that doesn't really matter, and you want to save that. Now it should all be set. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open up Steam. I'm going to go ahead and run the ArmA launcher, because you're going to want this running first. Make sure Epoch is the only mod selected. And I'm going to open this in a window. So I'm going to go ahead and hit play. And it'll launch the game. It does take a little bit for my computer to launch the game, apparently. And I can go ahead and I might be able to minimize it. Okay, so there we go. So next, what you want to do is go back into the File Explorer inside the ArmA 3 server, and inside the DB, you want to, where it says Start Redis, you want to double click that, and what that does is it will open your, this is where you set your database, or this is where it saves the database. So let's go back, and then down where it says TADST, you want to open this up. And now this is where you name your server. So at the top where it says server name, you want to enter your server name. You can type in your admin password, which I'm going to keep it for myself. And if you go over it, it actually tells you password to login as admin on server, use hashtag login, and then the password you chose. The next thing you want to make sure you do is down where it says server files. All you have to do here is just double click it, and it'll automatically find your server for you. Under rules, you can enable voting if you want. I just disable it. The next thing you want is you want to kick duplicates. You want a persistent battlefield. And you want to use BattleEye. The next thing is the missions. You want to make sure epoch.altus.pbo selected. For mods, you want @epoch and @epoch hive. And then you can choose your difficulty, your performance, and different server scripts. The next thing you want to do is make sure you create a new profile for this. So Epoch Standard. This is with no other mods installed. And you want to save it. Okay, and then you want to save it. And then all you have to do is click Launch. And it'll do the same symbol like ArmA was starting. Or the same splash screen or pop-up screen. And it does take a little bit the very first time. And then it goes through all of these things here. One thing you want to do is I'm going to go ahead and exit that. You want to change the Steam port to 2303. And then launch it. Okay, because 2303 is the Steam port. Okay, so once that is created, you can open up ArmA, go to Play, Multiplayer, and under Recent, you'll see the name of yours, and there will be 3 of them created, which it'll say creating. Go ahead and double click on it. It'll bring you here, and you just click OK. It'll download your mission files, and it does take a little bit to actually start the server. Every time you close the server and restart the server, it will do the same thing. It'll take a little bit. You won't have to receive the mission files every time, but it does take a little bit to actually start it. And sometimes it will get stuck on initializing the server. So kind of bear in mind here, it will take a little bit. Well, alrighty then. There we go. So we get to select our gender. You can run around. And we have this here, and you start out with you do have the traders. In a following video, I will show you how to actually... Hey, what's going on? It's not letting me talk to him. There you go. And it starts off with the basic stuff. One thing, because we changed the admin rights, if you press F1, you'll be able to spawn in vehicles and stuff like that. And I can go over this later if you want me to. If not, that's fine. And there's my mosquito. And I can also show you how to bring in some other things as well. All right. And that's about it. One thing to realize that the only things that this does have The only things that this has is the stock items. Nothing else is on here. So like there won't be any missions on the map. The black market traders are not there. The things that do happen is there are drones that will call in AI. Loot is low right now. There are sappers, and there's the antagonist, I should say. That's what they call them all. So all the antagonists are here. And everything works just the same. So one thing you want to realize is that this right here was saved. It does save every now and then, but it does not save all the time. One thing you can do is you can go in and you can change the actual files or the settings for the server without exiting this here. So, let me go ahead and exit this. And that's about it. So, make sure that you have your stuff saved, and as always, comment, rate, and subscribe, and request, and I will see you in the next video.